You can see it's 3 o'clock and off to the races. Each one is going out one by one, full speed, 很快啊。虾子在下面呢。So you can see this is what it's all about. They're almost translucent when you look at them and quite small, but they have a slight pinkish color. Very beautiful. We got to get going now because the wind is picking up. We're in Hobihu Harbor, and this is the largest harbor on the Hangzhou Peninsula in Kunding National Park. And you can see this is one of those multi-purpose harbors in Taiwan. You have fishing boats over here. Most of them are R-type, so they're mostly dealing with small fish and not going too far out. You also have a transportation hub. You can take the boat to Green Island from here. And over there, what is very interesting is you have the earliest yachting harbor in Taiwan. Yachting history in Taiwan is actually not that old. It only goes back about 15 years or so. So before that, there were no real harbors for yachts in Taiwan, and this here is the first one. And it's actually quite large, can have up to 120 yachts on it. I wanted to introduce this harbor to you before we get underway, but I'm a little worried that if we talk too long, we're gonna have troubles getting back to Donggang, which is where we're headed. So let's get on the way and you can join us on the voyage. I've got something very special for you this time again. We're here on the Donggang River. On this side here is Donggang Port, and on this side here is Yanpu Port. We're right in the middle where the river comes out, the mouth of the river. And this time we're gonna explore one of the 3 treasures of Donggang, Sakura shrimp. We're gonna go through the whole process from catching them to going to the auction where they're sold off. So you're gonna understand how this whole process is done. And I think that's something many people have never seen before. Sakura shrimp actually only exists in a few places in the world. One is this part of Taiwan, another one is in Japan, and there are some in Finland, but they're not caught there. This part of Taiwan is very suitable for the shrimp because we have the river coming out into the Strait of Taiwan, and it's bringing with it a lot of sediment and a lot of brackish water. So in other words, water that is not completely salty. It's been diluted by the river water. And the Sakura shrimp like slightly brackish water. They also like the turbulence and the silt that's brought out from the river. And so this part of Taiwan, between here and Xiaoliaoqiao, you will find is a haven for the Sakura shrimp. And every year, from November to May, is the Sakura shrimp catching season. This industry is very controlled because the Sakura shrimp are a national treasure. They want to make sure they're not fished out. But we're lucky enough this time to take you on the voyage, to go catch some Sakura shrimp and hope you learn more about one of the 3 treasures of Donggang Harbor. It's just before 2:30 in the morning and I'm so stoked. We're in the innermost part of Donggang Harbor and tonight we're gonna go catch Yinhuaxia Sakura shrimp. This is an amazing experience. You can see the shrimp boat behind me has the symbol for Sakura shrimp and that's what we're gonna catch. We're gonna get on a boat like this and go out and harvest these shrimps. There's a lot of rules governing the conservation of these shrimps and also a lot of rules making sure that these shrimp are caught fresh and brought to the market in the best condition because they are one of the 3 treasures of Donggang Harbor. They're very expensive and they're very precious. One of the rules is that the boats are not out before 3 a.m. in the morning, and that's why we have to be here this early. Another important rule is there's a very limited catch restriction on these. You're not allowed to catch them on the weekends. You can only do it during the week from Monday to Friday, and each boat is only allowed to catch 10 boxes of shrimp in one outing. If they catch more, they have to trade it with other boats. So it's very restricted and very controlled because they're trying to preserve these very precious shrimp. And one of the reasons we do that at night is because during the daytime, the shrimp are quite deep in the ocean, around 200 meters. And in the evening, they come up and we will use a net structure to catch them. And that's why we can't use my boat. I don't have a license for it and I don't have a net set up. Take a look at this chart here. The boat is up here and it's gonna put out lines with the net. The net is in the middle of the boat and it's gonna be towed behind the boat. The net is huge, it's over 80 meters long. The whole net, when it opens, is gonna have a mouth of about 20 meters. So through that, all the shrimp that they can catch are gonna be funneled into the very end of the net, and that's where we're gonna find them. So hopefully tonight, we're gonna be able to get our 10 boxes and return in time for the auction this afternoon. 这里还有2个排队的，他们不出去，3点钟不出去，要真的等到3点钟啊！你看他们现在拍照刚好，哦，现在3点钟他可以出去。You can see it's 3 o'clock and off to the races. Each one is going out one by one. They've been waiting for this exact moment and the Coast Guard is very strict. Nobody leaves the harbor until 3. It's 3 and they're off to the races. It's amazing to see. Full speed, 很快啊. This is our ride, so I'm just getting aboard. Let's get aboard and get settled in and take a look at what's gonna happen. 船长好，你好，你好，谢谢。船长，谢谢你给我们机会上你的船。
啊，不客气，不客气。
那你那个行业已经做了好几年，是不是？
我从事约53年了。
OK。我看到你船上的东西，几乎我的船都有了，就是那个 GPS 的东西啊，
导航系统。
导航系统啊，那个是 Fish Finder， 那个可以看到有没有虾子、鱼群。
探测器。
那这个蛮特别，这个是什么？这个我没有啊。
这个叫做网口器。
网口器啊。
绑在网子上面。
深度啊，是不是？
对对对。
The Sakura shrimp during the daytime. They're very deep in the water, up to 200 meters. And in the evening, they come up to much shallower waters. And when we look at the fish finder, we'll be able to kind of guess at what depth the net should be set. He said around 80 meters or so. So this is an old fishing boat. He said it's about 50 years old. He's been doing this business for many years as well. And what's good to see for me is his 2 sons are also on board. His older and second son are also on board. So this is really a family business still, and I'm very happy to see the tradition going on. Sanjin, 我们现在到那个目的地是多远呢？
大概1个小时30分钟。
这个季节是11月份到5月底，是不是？
对，是的。
5月份过了，你是虾子到哪里去？为什么没了？
我们不是因为虾子没了才不抓的。Summer 的时候，大概是它的产卵季节，那我们就尽量不去影响它，让它继续繁衍。
那你觉得今天的情况会怎么样啊？
希望我有一个好。
那太好了，我也希望啊。So it's 5:45 in the morning. The net has been out for almost an hour. We're going to be pulling up soon. And you can see the boats ahead of us. The lights are on. That means they're already starting to pull their nets up as well. If they get more than 10 boxes of Sakura shrimp, they'll just give it to somebody else for free. And then next time, if they don't have enough, they'll get another box from somebody else for free. It's kind of everybody helping each other. They're all part of one team here in that sense. Oh, 虾子在这边呢。You can see we're just getting out of the net. We've got at least one box of shrimp. It looks more than that to me. So there's definitely some yinhua xia here, some Sakura shrimp. 虾子在下面呢。So you can see this is what it's all about. They're almost translucent when you look at them. And quite small, but they have a slight pinkish color. When they dry out, the pinkish color comes out more. These shrimp also have a special quality. They're iridescent, so at night, they actually glow in the dark. They can glow in the dark. Very beautiful. We got a few boxes. I don't know how much right now. He said about 4 boxes. We're gonna go back, drop the net out again, and redo the same route and catch more so that we get up to our 10 box limit. It doesn't get any fresher than this. Look, they're all still alive. And you get still a bit of a mix of different things. This is not a yinhua xia, but the most of them here are, like this one. And you can see they're still jumping around. This box is about 15 kilo, and we're allowed to have 10 of these boxes. So we're gonna catch some more and catch to our quota, and then we can go home. So you can see in one net, you actually catch a bunch of different shrimp. Let's find out a little bit more. 这个是什么虾子？
这我们东港叫做虾猴。
虾猴。
黑膏。
黑膏。那个呢？
白丁。
白丁。
北丁。
北丁。
中虾。
中虾。
这赤虾。
赤虾，那就是那个我们要的 Sakura。
我们要的就是这个。
对，那。你是虾子还是可以买出去吗？
这些还是有用，
还是
要有到一定的量。
So we're heading back now, and I have the 2 Hung brothers, older and second brother, while the father is still captaining the boat. We didn't do that well. Out of our 10 box limit, we only got about 5 in a bit, but we have to rush back to the market. 我要谢谢你们的时间，我等一下要谢谢你爸爸，因为这真的很有意思，这个很难得。